Hey Tom, here it is. I'm going to give you a shop's tour and try to show you how to operate this guy from long distance. There's our retractable ladder, pretty self-explanatory. Pull this guy down, pull it out, and drop it down. It works. There's a tilt switch back here on your motor, so you can tilt it up if you wish. My feet are getting wet. From outside, just push that button, and you can actually tilt it all the way up with this guy, up and down. Just wanted to show you that feature real quick. There's an aluminum prop on here. Your stainless prop is in infinite back order. What I'm going to do probably, I think, is ship this one on there, send you some money for the difference, because I don't know when on God's green earth that stainless one's going to get here. I'll give you the part number, and maybe they'll have them available in the future, but it's been on order since the beginning of time, and not sure, just another Japanese thing. There's a nav lights and docking lights on the front. Have to adjust the trailer, hasn't been done yet, but we got to move the ladder back on the stops. There's our stainless rub rail, but just give you a little tour here. There's our ladder. There's your name tag. Pretty boat. I'm going to climb up here, take my shoes off. YouTube video, I can't turn it on and off, so you're going to get to look at stuff you don't really care about. There's Tractor Supply across the way. Oh, bow gauge seat. I gotta climb over. Here's our cooler table. Portable cup holders, of course. We haven't done the final cleaning on this yet, Tom. We gotta vacuum it and go over it with a fine-tooth comb for you. But I took pictures, the photos, so you can see the mooring cover on it, and I just peeled it off for this purpose here. There's a beautiful teak table. Retractable ski pylon. You just counterclockwise pull it up and tighten her back down. This is a joy doing this with one hand. And I'm not left-handed, but that guy pulls right up. Trust me, it pulls right up. No, really, it pulls right up. I'll get to that in a second. Here's our changing room back here. There's a latch beneath here that you simply push in to release it. I can't open this all the way because the bimini top is down in the trailering position, and I'll show you something about that in a minute. There's our changing room right here. And again, we haven't done a final clean on it. That's why you see drop cloths and so on in here. Try it right-handed. Okay, I'll address that and make sure that thing pulls out like it's supposed to. Either that or I'm just getting old and weak. This is the trailering position for the bimini top, which is the way you'll receive the boat. And then to raise it up in the functioning position, basically these guys here are friction fit. This one's actually not all the way in, but you kind of just kick these things, fold this one up, and your long leg here is what goes in this bracket. So that in essence makes this thing stand up like you want it to. So take the short leg off, flip the long leg down, and it's just a plastic fitting that you can see just pounds onto this. And when you've got that folded up, then here's your front leg, which attaches into that bracket there. Okay. Docking lights. We saw those LED lights up front. There's your switch for the docking lights. So when you're coming in at night, you can see where you're going. Mood lights are not mood lights in this boat, but they put switches on here for stuff that even if you don't have it. Horn is right here. Again, there's our docking lights. This switch is labeled live well. You don't have a live well because it's not a fishing boat, but that's what comes on the dashboard anyway. Bilge pump, you don't have a bilge pump. Navigation lights, your front running lights, and also your anchor light in the back for running lights. And then flip this guy down. ANC is anchor light only, so if you're out at night and at anchor, you'd want that guy turned on, onto anchor. This is an accessory switch on the far right hand side. That is blank. That is for if you're going to add an accessory, an electronic accessory of some sort. Here's our depth fish finder. Might be hard to see. It is grayscale, black and white. You may have to have the helps if you hit the right button. I take that back. Accessory switch on the right is for the electronics here. My apologies. So if you want this guy to work, you have to have this far right accessory switch turned on. Otherwise you can see it kills it. So that guy's got to be on. That's basically a master power switch so you don't leave something on and drain your battery down. Here's your stereo. Same goes for that. That accessory switch needs to be turned on. Open right up here in the upper right hand. That opens it up to plug in your CDs. Insert your CDs right there. If you hit the source button and you've got an owner's manual for this guy, let's turn it on and off. Mode is FM, AM. I know there's a seat and scan here somewhere. There we go. Little share action for you. And you hold that off button down momentarily and that will turn off. Tilt wheel. It's kind of backwards from what you might be used to on a car. You actually push this guy down and tilt your wheel. And I got 2 minutes left, so I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to turn on the motor, and basically here's your neutral, just like your car, Tom. Just it's electronic fuel injection, no choke anything. Turn your key. That's all there is to it. You can hear it running right now. Throttle only. In neutral, you push this side of this guy in and rev it. You can hear it. And then to shift, forward is forward, reverse is reverse. There's forward. And of course reverse. And you want to be positive with it. You don't want to baby it. Make sure it goes in the gear. Here's your trim tilt switch right here, built into the throttle, just like I showed you in the back before. Up and down. USB input for your iPod. 12-volt accessory you plug in for what have you. Tachometer and your hour meter built in there, digital. Here's your speedometer, GPS driven, and your compass heading. It says north 000. Trim gauge tells you the tilt angle of your motor up and down, voltmeter, and your fuel gauge right there. And I think that about covers it. It's pretty self-explanatory beyond that. That's about it, buddy. I'll get this off to you today and enjoy. Take care. Bye.